What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is the greatest recorded speeches in American history, 1933 to 2008. So there's a lot of time difference in that, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's presidents.
Oh yeah,
most of them anyway.
Not all of them.
Okay.
I think a few of them are presidents. I have seen this video before.
I'm just going by the thumbnail.
Yeah, so Obama's in there, and people like that, but I feel like Martin Luther King's in there and stuff like that. So it's not all presidents, it is literally just very famous speeches from American history, pretty much. Now, I think this is a perfect video, because what has happened today, Millie? We
have hit... Do you finish off?
100k, that is absolutely mind-blowing, isn't it? Absolutely mind-blowing. Yeah, there's nothing else we just say, is there?
It feels weird, doesn't it? Because it's like...
As if we actually hit that number.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
So thank you so much, you absolute legends. We seriously appreciate it. Yeah,
live stream on Friday.
Live stream on Friday, 6 p.m. EST, I think it is, isn't it? 6 p.m. EST. We have about 6 boxes we're going to be opening on that stream.
It's probably going to be the longest stream you've ever had. So.
Yeah, we're going to be up to like 3 a.m. I think.
Yeah, usually we turn them off after what, like an hour and a half. But I think this may be a good few hours.
Yeah, definitely. So set a reminder for that. That will be up tomorrow morning, like a video of it ready to. So watch out on the community tomorrow morning. Maybe around 8 EST onwards in the morning, the reminder will be on for that. Let's get straight into this video. Smash the like button if you enjoy it. Smash the like button for 100k. Smash the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, because why not?
Why not get us to 200k?
Why not? Is that the next goal?
I
don't know if that's possible.
I think 150k should be the next goal.
But that's just way too far in advance.
That's like going to be like in a few years, probably.
Yeah, so smash that button, smash the subscribe button, and I know it's probably annoyed a few people, so I'm going to sort out this headset, because it's annoying me. Before we get into it, and we'll see you legends in a second.
First of all, let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert...
A short time ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima and destroyed its usefulness to the enemy. That bomb has more power than 20,000 tons of TNT. The Japanese began the war from the air at Pearl Harbor. They have been repaid many-fold, and the end is not yet. With this bomb, we have now added a new and revolutionary increase in destruction to supplement the growing power of our armed forces.
We have been compared...
That's mental, because we won't pause too much in this, because it is quite a long video, isn't it? But that was like the first time nuclear bombs was actually dropped, and like you said, it's the only cities to ever actually have it. And like, the speech then is describing it. Yes, I mean, I imagine at the time in America, everyone's so happy, even though a lot of people died, because remember what happened at Pearl Harbor and stuff like that. But when you look back at it now, it's like, yeah, the nuclear weapons is just way too dangerous. And what's going on in the world right now is scary.
It's like history's repeating itself, isn't it? It's just a bit...
I kind of guess so, but the ones today are like 50 times more powerful. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just insanely dangerous, and just the way I guess it was looked at back then, just increasing the armed forces, which I guess it is. I guess I didn't realise how dangerous it actually become, you know what I mean? That's so scary.
Compelled to create a permanent armaments industry of vast proportions. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes.
I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all
John
who
F. Kennedy the one who was assassinated?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure,
and
yes.
he's the one the airport's named after in New York, is that right?
Yes, JFK Airport as well. And again, 1961, these were a long time ago. But it just shows how powerful we were, because they're sticking around, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And the glow from that fire can truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man. And there are even a few who say that it's true that communism is an evil system, but it permits us to make economic progress. Lass sie nach Berlin kommen. Let them come together.
How many people?
It's crazy. 450,000.
That's mental, isn't it?
All free men, wherever they may live, are citizens of Berlin. And therefore, as a free man, I take pride in the words, Ich bin ein Berliner. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I saw the his great-granddaughter did a speech.
Okay.
And she started it off like this.
Oh, did
and
she?
It was to quite a lot of people as well, and it was really moving.
Yeah, quite powerful. I haven't seen that.
She was young. She was young. I don't know how long ago it was.
Yeah.
But she was young.
Oh, well, let us know in the comments if you know more about
Probably
it.
not too young. If his daughter, if this is 1963 and his
great
children have had children, so
no, definitely. I imagine that was quite powerful.
Yeah.
And but on this moment, like 1963. I know we have done history of this at school and stuff like that, so we have covered this subject, so we know about it. But now you're older, just to have the balls and the will and wanting to fight for something at that time, where that's so dangerous for him, which obviously he did get assassinated, unfortunately, which is absolutely awful. But just have the balls to do that. It's like,
it's
fair
crazy.
play. And we're not quite there yet. Like, you'd like to think...
I think there's still things that can be done to
be
better.
A lot of things, but
we're in a much better place than we were, yeah.
Definitely, and I think we're on the right tracks, and hopefully as soon as possible, you know what I mean? But just for courage, man. 200,000 people as well.
There is no constitutional issue here. The command of the Constitution is plain. There is no moral issue. It is wrong, deadly wrong, to deny any of your fellow Americans the right to vote in this country. To know war is to know that there is still madness in this world. There are poor to be lifted up, and there are cities to be built, and there's a world to be helped. Yet, we do what we must. I am hopeful, and I will try with best I can with everything I've got to end this battle and to return our sons to their desires. Yet, as long as others will challenge America's security and test the dearness of our beliefs with fire and steel, then we must stand or see the promise of 2 centuries crumble.
All we say to America.
Just reading the text at the bottom, I don't know if you're reading that as well. I don't really know much about that speech. No. I don't know if you did it, but an unpopular decision, he didn't get re-elected. But again, 400, I think it was 400,000, wasn't it? Being forced to stay overseas and stuff like that, fighting. It's just, again, huge respect for people who pick up their livelihood and go and fight for our freedom.
Yeah.
Mental, isn't it?
Is be true to what you said on paper. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right. And so just as I say we aren't going to let any dogs or water hoses turn us around, we aren't going to let any injunction turn us around. Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its
the
place.
words of this speech, given the fact that he was assassinated the next evening.
It's mental, isn't it? It's like he kind of knows it's coming.
Yeah, like he has no idea it's coming, but the words that he's saying kind of sound like
he's fulfilled life. It'd be nice to live a long life, but I've done what I want, and I'm trying to inspire. It's ridiculous, isn't it? And maybe we'll pull that back just to get the start of that again, because like we don't want to pause too much. But I was the same as you. I was kind of like, just you know what I mean. It was getting to me a little bit. It's so powerful.
We aren't going to let any injunction turn us around. I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
I have some very sad news for all of you, and I think sad news for all of our fellow citizens and people who love peace all over the world. And that is that Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight in Memphis, Tennessee. Martin Luther King dedicated his life to love and to justice between fellow human beings. He died in the cause of that effort. For those of you who are black and are tempted to be filled with hatred and mistrust of the injustice of such an act against all white people, I would only say that I can also feel in my own heart the same kind of feeling. I had a member of my family killed, but he was killed by a white man.
Is this
but we have to make
John
an
F.
effort
Kennedy's brother?
Yes. Yes.
Right, he's talking about him.
United States. We have to make an effort to understand, to get beyond or go beyond these rather difficult times. A favorite poem, my favorite poet was Aeschylus. And he once wrote, even in our sleep, pain which cannot forget falls drop by drop upon the heart, until in our own despair, against our will, comes wisdom through the awful grace of God. What we need in the United States is not division. What we need in the United States is not hatred. What we need in the United States is not violence and lawlessness, but is love and wisdom and compassion toward one another, feeling of justice toward those who still suffer within our country, whether they be white or whether they be black.
So true, isn't it?
Throughout the long and difficult period of Watergate, I have felt it was my duty to persevere, to make every possible effort to complete the term of office to which you elected me. In the past few days, however, it has become evident to me that I no longer have a strong enough political base in the Congress to justify continuing that effort. Therefore, I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow. Vice President Ford will be sworn in as president at that hour in this office.
Today is a day for mourning and remembering. Nancy and I are pained to the core by the tragedy of the Shuttle Challenger. We know we share this pain with all of the people of our country. This is truly a national loss. We've never had a tragedy like this. And perhaps we've forgotten the courage it took for the crew of the shuttle. But they, the Challenger 7, were aware of the dangers, but overcame them and did their jobs brilliantly. We mourn 7 heroes. And I want to say something to the school children of America who were watching the live coverage of the shuttle's takeoff. I know it's hard to understand, but sometimes painful things like this happen. It's all part of the process of exploration and discovery. It's all part of taking a chance and expanding man's horizons. The future doesn't belong to the faint-hearted. It belongs to the brave. The Challenger crew was pulling us into the future, and we'll continue to follow them.
There is one sign the Soviets can make that will...
I don't know why that one got to me.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I know we speak about like the military and stuff like that, putting their life on the line and stuff like that. I guess an astronaut is kind of taken for granted, I guess. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know why that one...
I generally guess, and that's what it's probably taken for granted, isn't it? But going up...
You don't think about that.
No, and I guess maybe because we're a bit older now, with technology is more advanced, you don't see it. But you see obviously that happening. I can't remember the other one. It was another Apollo mission where it just basically engulfed in flames before it even went. And I guess, yeah, in 1980s and stuff like that, 1970s, you're going up, the technology isn't there. You're going up in these massive big rockets. You don't know what's going to happen, do you? The balls to do that. It's like, fair play. And again, they do that so we can discover and potentially advance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just awful, isn't it? You alright now?
Yeah, I don't know what...
You alright?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Alright, good.
would be unmistakable, that would advance dramatically the cause of freedom and peace. General Secretary Gorbachev, if you seek peace, if you seek prosperity for the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe, if you seek liberalization, come here to this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Just 2 hours ago, Allied air forces began an attack on military targets in Iraq and Kuwait. These attacks continue as I speak. Ground forces are not engaged. This conflict started August 2nd when the dictator of Iraq invaded a small and helpless neighbor. Kuwait, a member of the Arab League and a member of the United Nations, was crushed, its people brutalized. 5 months ago, Saddam Hussein started this cruel war against Kuwait. Tonight, the battle has been joined.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Vice President, members of Congress, honored guests, my fellow Americans. We are fortunate to be alive at this moment in history. Never before has our nation enjoyed at once so much prosperity and social progress with so little internal crisis and so few external threats. Never before have we had such a blessed opportunity and therefore such a profound obligation to build the more perfect union of our founders' dreams. We began the new century with over 20 million new jobs, the fastest economic growth in more than 30 years, the lowest unemployment rates in 30 years, the lowest poverty rates in 20 years, the lowest African American and Hispanic unemployment rates on record, the first back-to-back surpluses in 42 years, and next month America will achieve the longest period of economic growth in our entire history.
I really like that one, you know, because a lot of them are obviously war speeches and stuff like that, and they're moving.
And that one's just kind of
looking back
at
into
praises and
you know what, we're doing good. Yes, the world isn't perfect at that time, and there's a lot of issues, but we like to think positive, don't we? We like to be positive characters, and sometimes you just got to grab the positive in the situation.
Yeah.
And it's a little one, a short one, maybe not as enjoyed by people, but I like it.
Good evening. Just moments ago, I spoke with George W. Bush and congratulated him on becoming the 43rd President of the United States. And I promised him that I wouldn't call him back this time. Now the U.S. Supreme Court has spoken. Let there be no doubt, while I strongly disagree with the court's decision, I accept it. I accept the finality of this outcome, which will be ratified next Monday in the Electoral College. And tonight, for the sake of our unity as a people and the strength of our democracy, I offer my concession.
For the workers who work here, for the families who mourn, this nation stands with the good people of New York City and New Jersey and Connecticut as we mourn the loss of thousands of our citizens. I can hear you. I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you. And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
I know we pause a lot, but
yeah,
powerful, isn't it? You're right. So powerful. Just the unity of everyone after such a tragic event, and yeah.
And all those watching tonight from beyond our shores, from parliaments and palaces, to those who are huddled around radios in the forgotten corners of the world.
Okay. I know I'm not American.
Yeah.
My favourite president.
Yeah.
My favourite president.
Yeah, fair enough. I rate it.
Our stories are singular, but our destiny is shared. And a new dawn of American leadership is at hand. To those who would tear the world down, we will defeat you. To those who seek peace and security, we support you. And to all those who have wondered if America's beacon still burns as bright, tonight we proved once more that the true strength of our nation comes not from the might of our arms or the scale of our wealth, but from the enduring power of our ideals: democracy, liberty, opportunity, and unyielding hope. That's the true genius of America, that America can change. Our union can be perfected. And what we've already achieved gives us hope for what we can and must achieve tomorrow. This election had many firsts and many stories that will be told for generations, but one that's on my mind tonight is about a woman who cast her ballot in Atlanta. She is a lot like the millions of others who stood in line to make their voice heard in this election, except for one thing. Ann Nixon Cooper is 106 years old.
Fair play.
She was born just a generation past slavery, a time when there were no cars on the road or planes in the sky, when someone like her couldn't vote for two reasons: because she was a woman and because of the color of her skin. She was there for the buses in Montgomery, the hoses in Birmingham, a bridge in Selma, and a preacher from Atlanta who told the people that we shall overcome. Yes, we can. And this year, in this election, she touched her finger to a screen and cast her vote. Because after 106 years in America, through the best of times and the darkest of hours, she knows how America can change. Yes, we can. America, we have come so far. We have seen so much, but there's so much more to do. So tonight, let us ask ourselves, if our children should live to see the next century, if my daughters should be so lucky to live as long as Ann Nixon Cooper, what change will they see? What progress will we have made? This is our chance to answer that call. This is our moment. This is our time to put our people back to work and open doors of opportunity for our kids, to restore prosperity and promote the cause of peace, to reclaim the American dream and reaffirm that fundamental truth that out of many we are one, that while we breathe, we hope, and where we are met with cynicism and doubt and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can. Thank you. God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
Enjoy that? Are you alright?
Yeah.
Oh, I could watch that video so many times. It's such an emotional roller coaster, isn't it? Like, and again, that's 2008, so we were only 9.
Yeah.
We were only 9 when this happens, depending on what time of the year. It's probably January 2008, I'd guess, as well. Mm-hmm. So, or maybe end of 2. It's either end or the start, so either 9.
I think it's, usually January, isn't it? They do a new... Is it usually January?
That's when you actually become the president, I think
maybe,
it is.
Yeah,
but
maybe
I suppose
December,
if you won the election, it could be. So we're either 9 years old or we're 8, going to turn 9 this year.
Yeah.
But either way, it's kind of like I don't remember this from my childhood or anything like that. And all the other speeches, yes, you learn about like the Martin Luther one, but you don't see a lot of them, do you? It's just an emotional roller coaster, as you can tell.
I was not expecting it to be.
Did you enjoy that though?
Yeah, it was good.
Definitely, and a nice little history lesson as well, because you learn a few things you didn't know about and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. A nice one to kick off 100k, I guess, isn't it? Kind of a positive one, looking back on the struggles we've been through, and kind of like just thousands of people there. Just how a speech and a person can just get so many people together. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Smash the like button if you have. Smash the subscribe button, guys, and have a fantastic day. Peace.